This is the Sakar Murli of 1 of March 2024. Essence. Sweet children, these imperishable jewels make you into kings. This is an unlimited school. You have to study and fill your aprons with the jewels of knowledge and teach others. Question: which children are loved by everyone? What effort must you make in order to claim a high status? Answer: the children who fill their aprons and donate to many others are loved by everyone. You have to receive blessings from many in order to claim a high status. There is no question of wealth in this, but you have to continue to benefit many others with the wealth of knowledge. Only the happy and yogi children can glorify the Father's name. Om Shanti. The spiritual father sits here and explains to the spiritual children. You children know that you have to return home. Previously you didn't know this at all. The father explains to you children. According to the drama, his explaining it to you at this time seems right. No one else can explain this to you. We now have to return home. Impure beings cannot go back home. You receive this knowledge at this time, and only the one Father gives it to you. First of all, you have to remember that you have to go back home. You called out to Baba, but you didn't know anything at all. Suddenly, when the time came, Baba came here and he now continues to explain new things to you. You children know that we now have to return home, and this is why from being impure, we have to become pure. Otherwise, there will have to be punishment and your status will also be destroyed. There is as much difference between the kings and the paupers there as there is between the kings and the paupers here. Everything depends on your efforts. The Father now says, you yourselves were impure. This is why you used to call out. All of this is explained to you now. This was not in your intellects on the path of ignorance. The Father says, souls that have become Tamopradhan have to become Satopradhan. How you can become Satopradhan can be explained with the picture of the ladder. Together with this, you also have to imbibe divine virtues. This is an unlimited school. In a school, they keep a register of good, better and best. The serviceable children are very sweet. Their register is very good. If the register isn't good, there isn't that enthusiasm. Everything depends on how you study. Your yoga and divine virtues. You children know that the unlimited Father is now teaching you. Previously we belonged to the Sudra clan and we now belong to the Brahmin clan. We are Brahmins, the children of Prajapita Brahma. Many children forget this. Since you remember the Father, you also have to remember Brahma. There should also be the intoxication that you belong to the Brahmin clan. When you forget this, the intoxication doesn't rise of you belonging to the Brahmin clan and then belonging to the deity clan. Who created the Brahmin clan? I take you into the Brahmin clan through Brahma. This is not a dynasty of Brahmins. It is a small family. If you now consider yourselves to be Brahmins, you will then become deities. When you become engrossed in your businesses, you forget everything else. You even forget that you are Brahmins. As soon as you become free from your businesses, engross yourself in making effort. Some people have to pay a lot more attention to their business. As soon as your work is finished, pay attention to yourself. Sit down in remembrance. You have a very good badge. It has a picture of Lakshmi and Narayan and also of the Trimurti. Baba is making us like that. This is it. This is Manmanabhav. Some develop the habit whereas others don't. Devotion has now come to an end. You now have to remember the Father. The unlimited Father is now giving you the unlimited inheritance, and so you are happy. Some develop deep love and some less. It is very easy. The term Manmanabhav is used at the beginning and at the end of the Gita. This is the same Gita episode taking place now. It is just that they have inserted the name of Sri Krishna. All the examples etc. on the path of devotion are of this time. On the path of devotion, no one would say renounce the consciousness of your bodies and consider yourselves to be souls. The Father gives you these teachings as soon as He comes. You have the faith that the deity religion is being established through you. A kingdom is also being established. There is no question of any war, etc. in this. The Father is now teaching you purity, and that will remain permanently for half a cycle. The kingdom of Ravan doesn't exist there. You are now gaining victory over the vices. You know that you are now establishing a kingdom exactly as you did in the previous cycle. This old world is to end for us. The cycle of the drama continues to turn. There will be nothing but gold. Whatever existed earlier will exist again. There is no question of becoming confused about this. They saw a play about Maya and a magician. He saw gold bricks in trance. You too see golden palaces in paradise. You cannot bring the things of that place here as they are just visions. You didn't know these things on the path of devotion. The Father now says, I have come to take you back home. There is restlessness without you. When the time comes, I begin to feel restless that I should now go down. Children are unhappy and are calling out. I feel mercy for them, and so I think that I should go to them. When it is the time in the drama, I have this thought and feeling that I should now go. They perform a play in which they show the incarnation of Vishnu. However, the incarnation of Vishnu does not really take place. Day by day, people's intellects continue to be spoiled. They don't understand anything. Souls have become impure. The Father now says, children, become pure so that there can be the kingdom of Rama. Children don't know Rama. When they worship Shiva, he is not called Rama. It seems right to say Shiv Baba. There is no interest in devotion. You now have this interest. The Father himself says, sweet children, I have come to take you back. Your souls will then automatically go to the land of happiness from there. I will not become your companion there. According to your stage, you souls will go and enter other bodies, other wombs. They saw that Sri Krishna came floating on a peepal leaf. It is not a question of an ocean. He stays in a womb very comfortably. Baba says, I do not enter a womb, I do enter someone. I do not become a child. Instead of myself, they have considered Sri Krishna to be the child and they entertain themselves with him. They believe that Sri Krishna gave knowledge and this is why they love him a lot. I take everyone back with me and I then send you there and my part ends. I do not have any part for half a cycle. Then my part begins on the path of devotion. This is also predestined in the drama. It is now easy for you children to understand this knowledge and explain it. When you explain it to others, you will have that happiness and you will also receive a high status. When people sit here and listen to it, they like it. But as soon as they go outside, they forget it. They are like jailbirds who do some mischief or other and keep going to jail. Your condition is also like that. You make a promise while in a room, and then whatever you promised there, it remains there. All of those stories have been made so that people don't commit sin. Souls carry their sanskars with them, and so some become pandits in their childhood. People think that souls are immune to the effect of action. However, they are not immune. It is souls that carry good and bad sanskars, and this is why there is the suffering for past actions. You now carry pure sanskars with you. You study and claim a status. Baba takes the whole crowd of souls back home. Only a few remain behind. They continue to come at the end. Only those who have to come last remain here. There is the rosary. The rosary continues to be created number-wise, and all the rest will continue to go to heaven towards the end. Baba explains to you so well. Some are able to imbibe this, whereas others are not. Their stage is such, and so they also receive a status accordingly. You children have to become merciful and benevolent. The drama is created in that way. No one can be blamed. You will only study to the extent that you studied in the previous cycle. You won't be able to study anymore. No matter how much effort you are inspired to make, there cannot be any difference. There can be a difference when you give this knowledge to others. It is number-wise. There is a difference between kings and paupers. These imperishable jewels of knowledge make you into kings. If you don't make effort, you become paupers. This is an unlimited school. There are first, second, and third there. In devotion, there is no question of a study. There, it is a question of coming down. It is very beautiful. They play musical instruments and sing praise, whereas you have to remain silent here. There are no devotional songs, etc., that you sing out loud. You have been performing devotion for half a cycle. There is so much show in devotion. Each one of you has your own part. Some fall down and some climb up. The fortune of some is good and others have less fortune. Baba inspires each one of you to make the same effort. The study is the same and the teacher is also the same. But all the rest are masters. If an eminent person says that he doesn't have time, ask him, should we come to your house to teach you? Because they have their own ego. When you catch hold of one, they will have an effect on others too. If that person tells others that this knowledge is good, those people will then say that he has been colored by the Brahma Kumaris. This is why he simply says that this is good. You children should have a very good power of yoga. There has to be the power of yoga in the sword of knowledge. If they are happy and yogi, they will glorify the Father's name. It is number-wise. A kingdom has to be created. The Father says this is very easy to imbibe. The more you remember Baba, the more love you will have for him. There will be that pull. If a needle is clean, it will be pulled by a magnet. If it is rusty, it won't be pulled. It is the same here. When you become clean, you claim a first number. The rust will be removed by your having remembrance of the Father. It is sung, it is the greatness of the Guru, and this is why it is said, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu. The Gurus who carry out engagement ceremonies are human beings. You have become engaged to Shiva, not to Brahma. Therefore, you have to remember Shiva. There is no need for a picture of the agent. Once the engagement is fixed, they continue to remember one another, and so this one in between also receives a commission. He receives something for arranging the engagement and also for letting him enter him. He brackets Shiv Baba takes this body on loan, and so there is that pull too. This is why he also explains to you children, the more you benefit others, the greater the reward you will receive. These are matters of knowledge. Continue to give knowledge to others and you will receive blessings. There is no need for money. Although Mama didn't have any money, she benefited many. Each one has his own part in the drama. When a wealthy person donates money or opens a museum, he receives blessings from many people. So he receives a good status of a wealthy person. Wealthy people have many maids and servants. Wealthy subjects have a lot of money and so they give it on loan. It is good to become wealthy. It is the poor ones who will then become wealthy. The wealthy ones now don't have that courage. This Brahma instantly gave away everything. It is said those hands that are always giving, Baba entered him and so he gave everything away. How did you live in Karachi? You had big houses, cars and a bus, etc. You had everything. The father now says become soul conscious. You should be so intoxicated that God is teaching you. The father gives you many treasures. You don't imbibe them. You don't have that power to take them. You don't follow Srimad. The father says, children, fill your aprons. Those people go to Shankar and say, fill our aprons. Baba fills the aprons of many here, but as soon as they go outside, they become empty. The father says, I give you very rich treasures. I fill your aprons with the jewels of knowledge. Even then, it is number-wise in you filling your aprons. You then donate to others, and you are then also loved by everyone. If you don't have anything, what would you give? You have to understand the cycle of 84 births and explain it very well. But the effort you need to make is for yoga. You are now on a battlefield. You are fighting to conquer Maya. If you fail, you will become part of the Moon dynasty. This is something to be understood. Children, you should be very happy. Baba, you give us such a large inheritance. If this remains in your intellects all day, while sitting and moving around, you can imbibe it. Yoga is the main thing. It is with yoga that you make the world pure. You then rule the kingdom according to how much knowledge you take. All of that money, etc., is to turn to dust. But this imperishable income will go with you. Sensible children say that they will claim their full inheritance from Baba. If it is not in the fortune of some, they will claim a status worth a few pennies. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children, love, remembrance and good morning from the mother, the father Bap Dada. The spiritual father says namaste to the spiritual children, and the spiritual children say namaste to the spiritual father. Essence for dharana. Number 1. Keep a proper register of how you study and of your divine virtues. Become very, very sweet. Maintain the intoxication that you are Brahmins, the mouth-born creation of Brahma. Second, in order to receive everyone's love and blessings, fill your aprons with the jewels of knowledge and donate them to everyone. Become an instrument to benefit many. Blessing, may you be greatly fortunate and become an embodiment of remembrance by having different relationships with the Father in every act you perform. In the different acts you perform throughout the day, sometimes think of God as your friend, sometimes your life companion, and sometimes your especially beloved child. Sometimes, when you are disheartened, then as an almighty authority, immerse the awareness of a master almighty authority and your heart will become happy, and you will automatically experience the Father's company. You will then constantly continue to experience this Brahmin life to be invaluable and yourself to be greatly fortunate. Slogan: to become equal to the Father Brahma means to reach your destination of perfection. Slogan: to become equal to Father Brahma means to reach your destination of perfection. Om Shanti.